Rob and Lizz in the morning.
On his radio, Target.
Yes.
Target said they're going to bring down the price of a Thanksgiving bundle.
What's all in a bundle?
So a bundle is like you get your frozen turkey, you get some potatoes, here's the thing, you're getting those canned green beans and mushroom soup. So you
Mushroom soup?
so you can make that nasty green bean casserole.
Oh, okay.
Okay, can y'all replace that with something else? Sweet potatoes maybe. Box of stuffing mix, a jar of gravy, and they're lowering the price by $5. Okay,
That's
but
it.
you're not telling, well, $5 would be fine, but not if it's $75. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what was our starting point, Target? So I don't know, but I am looking forward to. I was thinking about this last night because we were talking about what everybody's bringing to our Thanksgiving.
Oh, yes.
That cornbread dressing.
Oh, goodness. Is it sweet cornbread?
It is sweet
Okay,
cornbread.
good. Yeah,
and
that'd be sweet cornbread.
Yes, and it's like grandma's, and so it's But I do leave the egg out of it. Oh,
You and eggs.
I know, right? But Scott, you're looking forward to Thanksgiving.
It is the day after Thanksgiving leftover sandwich that I love to make.
How many
So-
days do you eat that leftover sandwich?
As long as I can, as long as we have leftovers. So it might be 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
I mean, it just depends. But, you put like the cranberry sauce instead of the mayo, and then you put the stuffing on there, and the turkey, and the gravy.
You've made
Oh
your
my
own
gosh.
moist maker,
Yeah, yes, that's my inspiration.
but
Is-
not
is-
anybody steal it at work.
No, you can have that one.
I make sure to put my name on it.
Yeah, or a
It
nice
doesn't last
note.
very long. As soon as I make it, it's like gone.
Which I'm not a big fan of cranberry sauce, but if I'm going to eat it, it is the kind. Because I'm not big on the cranberries. I love cranberry flavored like Sprite and stuff like that. But,
Yeah.
okay, so did we get a text?
Yes, from Carolina. She was volunteering, giving out Thanksgiving meals one day, and she'd never had the green bean casserole, but that's where she was stationed that day, giving out the green bean casserole. She's like, this smells so good, and ended up making it that night for her family's Thanksgiving.
Our family did the same thing, Carolina. Like we served at one of the local shelters on Thanksgiving Day, and I was put on green bean casserole, and it actually had the opposite reaction. Like I've never liked it, but it made me so nauseated.
What is it? Is it the smell of the cream of mushroom or whatever's in it?
So while I don't mind the of the cranberry sauce, when you pull the mushroom soup out and you get the, it's just, and then you're mixing it and you hear the, as you're stirring the green beans.
But the taste, do you like the taste?
I don't know that I've ever gotten there because of the,
You got to have those crispy onions on top,
Yes, the crunch.
though. That is the piece de resistance.
who said that's your piece de resistance?
Well, when it comes to green bean casserole,
No, baby, you need.
got to have the crispy onions on top.
Because I'm like, if your piece de resistance is green bean casserole, let me introduce you to a chocolate croissant, okay?
I just want to say, Liz, that your animations and your vocalizations of all the sounds was spot on. It made me visualize exactly what you were talking about. You guys have a blessed day.
Okay, what she's talking about. We're talking about green bean casserole. And first of all, when you dump out the mushroom soup, you've got the, as it comes out. And then
Respectively.
as you're mixing the mushroom soup and the green beans, and it is, I'm sorry, this is me personally, disgusting.
I like green bean casserole.
I can't. Like, I don't know why. I think it is the whole, when we had to make it, we were put on duty to make green bean casserole for a shelter on Thanksgiving Day, and that was my job. And I had to stir it for hours, and it just, I can't. Scott, you like it too, don't you?
I do. Is that like the sound of Thanksgiving? The out of it, you got the can of cream of mushroom. You've got the can of cranberries. It's just like that sound effect throughout the kitchen. But I love green bean casserole, but it's got to have those crispy onions on top.
Well, okay, so we got an open mic from the My HISRadio app. I just don't think she likes it. I mean, she kind of, okay, just listen. Maybe Maybe. So I am having some technical difficulties, but here we
With
go.
the French fried onion stuff on top, my mom last year made the green bean casserole. The French fried onion stuff was still in date. It wasn't expired, but for some reason it must have been a bad batch because it was nasty.
It was nasty. That's where I'm living with this. Green bean casserole is nasty. I don't know.
I don't know. It's good. I
There's
like
so
it.
many other things that you can have to replace the green bean casserole.
There are a lot of other options. You're right. I mean, it's hard to fill up the Thanksgiving plate, make room for all the different sides, but
Yes.
I like it. I don't know. That's one of my likes.
Jake, you said even if you're running out of room.
Oh, so I said we never have cooked it for our personal family Thanksgiving, but if I ever saw it, like in a potluck or in somebody else's Thanksgiving, I will be getting it, and it will be on my plate.
But doesn't it, when it comes off the spoon, I got to do it again? Just go. Just kind of splat.
I guess if it's not crunchy, but the ones that make it crunchy make it right.
Ah, okay. All right. So going to the open mic, I think I have some people that are in my camp.
Green bean casserole is nasty.
See?
Hey Liz, it's Kitten. I'm with you. Green bean casserole does not exist in our house. We do green beans almondine, a fresh veggie tray, sweet potato souffle, but absolutely not ever green bean casserole. That stuff is nasty.
It is.
What's a damadine?
Green bean almondine.
What is that?
So you put almonds in. I think you put it in almost like a roasting pan, and then I've never made it. I've had it before. It's delicious, and especially if the green beans, to me, still have a little crispness to them.
This sounds healthy. You don't have healthy stuff for Thanksgiving.
Well, I don't think it is healthy. I'm pretty sure there's some butter in there somewhere, some oil.
Dalmadine, almond, green
Almondine.
beans.
Can't say it, just eat it.
I know, exactly.
We got some texts. Jess agrees with you,
Yeah.
Liz. Not a fan of the green bean casserole. We'll definitely switch it out for the potatoes, dressing, and mac and cheese.
Yes, girl.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
However, Josh is saying that it's a bit, blasphemous talking about the green bean casserole like that.
As you stir it, I don't know who's making it in your house, but do you hear you wake up on Thanksgiving, there's the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and over that you hear,
That's how you know it's Thanksgiving.
yeah, well, here's another open mic.
Good morning, His Radio. I'm just now getting in the car, so I might have missed the first half, but have you ever tried it? Because let me tell you, I didn't like it growing up just by the looks of it with the mushroom soup in it. It just didn't sound good. A few years back, though, I tried it and I realized I was totally missing out. It is the best thing ever, and even for my small family, I have to make triple the recipe, and now we even have it as a side dish for dinner some nights. It's so good.
Oh, my goodness. I just got a text from my daughter. She said, you better give some respect to the green bean casserole. Well, honey, you ain't getting it at my house.
Good morning, Liz. How y'all doing over there? Listen, I substitute Brussels sprouts, which I still believe is angry little cabbages because they didn't get to grow to full size because they're so bitter, you know what I mean? Or I'll even do asparagus. But that green bean casserole, no, the sound of it, you made the sound. You sounded just like that stuff when it's stirring and when it's just sitting there. It sounds like I could just still hear it when it's just sitting there, girl. No.
Rob and Lizz in the morning.
On His Radio.
Dating. Dating. It's as you get older and you've been in a relationship longer, it is difficult.
Right.
To
You gotta be more
figure out.
intentional.
You have to be more intentional, but you also don't do the same things every week. Oh, we're gonna go out to eat. Okay, we're gonna go to a movie. And I'm saying that because I've gotten stuck in that rut with my husband. And if you want to weigh in, you can. Maybe you have some ideas for dating, but use the open mic on the My HISRadio app. You got about 30 seconds there. Or you can text 800-447-7234.
This really cool idea I saw called alphabet dating, and you just come up with different dating places and things you can do with the letter in the alphabet. So you start with A, and you can pick like an aquarium. B, you go to the beach. C,
Ooh, I like that.
I don't know, the cinema. What else starts with a C? The cafeteria. I'm kidding.
Cow tipping. No,
Cow
I'm just
tipping.
kidding. I'm kidding. Go look at cows. I don't know. Yeah. And so you just go like each week or however often you get an opportunity to date, then you just go down the alphabet.
Yeah, because it helps you come
that.
up with ideas, because I struggle with coming up with unique ideas. So you just you just fall back to the good old default.
Yeah. And I think it would be nice if you started and then next week your spouse has the idea, okay, it's B now, so I'm going to choose this. Scott,
Yeah, I love that.
do you get to date very much your
I'm
wife?
writing down cow tipping right now.
I just threw it out there. It's the first thing I could think of course.
It's busy. You made a good point. As you get older, things get complicated. You've got work. You've got the kids' activities. My son Josh is about to start swim, so there's all these different practices. So my wife and I have not done a really good job about carving out time for dating. But I like this alphabet dating idea, kind of creating a new way to maybe come up with some ideas.
We got an open mic, and I love this.
We use an app called Family Wall for the calendar feature. So we go to Facebook and the His Radio Family Calendar and find events that are interesting to us. And then we add them to our shared calendar so that we can be intentional about our date nights. And as far as the letter Q, you could always visit the Queen City.
That is such a good idea.
Yeah, talking about alphabet dating, you go through the letters of the alphabet and do a date based off of that. And we were struggling with Q's. So Elizabeth said Q could be for quiet time at your favorite outside sanctuary.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Sweet.
Okay.
And another cool dating idea from Catherine. She said one year she did the 12 dates of Christmas, and she pre-planned one date a month and gifted it to her husband.
That is so cool. And especially if you maybe had an envelope and you put gift cards for, okay, we're going to do putt-putt this week, and then we're going to go to this restaurant or play or something like that. That's awesome.
Yes.
Okay, as far as the alphabet dating goes, we're struggling a little bit, not only with Q. Okay, so we've got 2, Quiet Place and Queen City. What about X?
First thought for Q was quail hunting, but you also might think about going on a quick shopping trip or maybe a quest.
Okay, I like the quest. Yes, exactly. And the quick shopping trip. Quail hunting, I'm not much of an outdoor girl. So, all right, but here's another idea for Q.
For the letter Q, you could go to QT and get a soft ice cream.
And that's the thing. It doesn't have to be expensive at all, but how cute is that?
That's a great idea.
I know.
I have some X ideas.
Okay.
So Susan said X marks the spot, treasure hunt.
Oh, I like that.
And that works. And I've seen a lot of people text in escape rooms.
Oh, okay, because some of them actually are named like that with the X.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're getting some ideas. Right. Okay, but I love this. Open mic, My His Radio App.
My husband and I were just talking about alphabet dating last night. And I asked him his idea for letter A, and he said axe throwing, which was unique. So I think we're going to try this alphabet dating.
Rob and Lizz in the morning.
On His Radio.
Ninja is afraid she may never sleep again. And I will tell you, it changes. Okay, just say what's happening.
I'm not sleeping.
I know, but why?
Because baby not sleeping.
So baby Ollie is about 4 months old. So he just started this, right, in the last couple weeks?
Yeah, so there was a while there he would do 10, 12-hour stretches.
Yes.
And then randomly he's like, okay, let me wake up at 11:30, 2 a.m. because I want to eat, or maybe he just wants to play. I don't know. But I'm like, when am I ever going to sleep again? It's just not going to be... it exists anymore.
No, and I think it changes, because I will say I'm a seasoned parent, 3 kids, they're paying their own bills now, so, but at the same time, it changes because when they start, let's just say when they start driving, then you're not sleeping until they're in the house again, or if they go out on a date, then you're watching Life 360 the whole time. And
So I will never sleep again.
well, there's a period in between. Scott, would you say that like middle school, elementary school, she might get a couple of Z's?
Yeah, it'll be a few more years, but you'll eventually get out of this and sleep through the night. But it's
It's difficult.
It takes a while.
Yeah. And I think you don't ever get used to it, but your body sort of adjusts a little bit.
When my babies were not sleeping at night, I learned about what sleep regression was. And it encouraged me because I figured out my babies were learning something new from me, and they were so intrigued that they would sit up all night and think about it. So I just started introducing them to self-care. Warm baths, lavender-scented lotions, and reading books. Hope that helps.
Okay, I'm going to need a nap after hearing that.
That's so sweet.
I know, okay.
They're just contemplating all night long.
About you, because he loves you so much.
I'm getting some more advice.
Okay.
Text. Tammy said that she would feed her babies baby cereal. I didn't know that was a thing.
Baby cereal?
Baby cereal.
Oh, yeah. It's almost like cream of wheat. He may be a little young for it. I can't remember. That's one of those things that is kind of, messed up in my head. I can't remember the timeline.
Yeah.
But I know when you are able to even add it to their milk. Oh, yes.
Oh, and Allie, she said her oldest struggled with sleep a lot, but they would do sound machines, sleep sacks, essential oil, diffusers, and that would really help her kids out a lot, having a good sleep routine.
Yeah, and that sleep sack, I had never heard of it until, little baby Jessie came along, and my daughter put her in a sleep sack, and that thing, you put that thing on her, now she carries it and calls it her lovey. Okay, so Ninja's number one question was, am I going to ever sleep again? And I was like, well, it changes. Okay, here's an open mic from the My HISRadio app.
Oh, Liz, I am so with you about the driving part when they get teenagers. I don't think I slept for a long time because of that, because you worry so much about if they're going to be in a wreck or if they're being okay until they hit the house. And then once they hit the house and they're inside the house, you can go to sleep. Thank you. Have a good day.
Me and my husband also just had a sweet little baby girl. She's also about 4 months, so we're about the same timeline. We are also in the exact same boat. Come to find out, they hit a sleep regression at this point because of all the developmental milestones. So we are thankful that she's growing and hitting all those milestones, but we are definitely waiting until the day we get to have a full night's sleep again.
Your question, the answer, will you ever sleep again? Apparently so. We have teenagers, we have 4 kids, and we keep getting told that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And Ninja, once we find that light at the end of the tunnel, we will make sure we send it in your direction, okay? Hey, good luck. Love you guys.
Rob and Lizz in the morning.
On HISRadio.
You were talking about something that I can't even wrap my brain around.
Yeah, so pumpkin spice is not just for our fall flavors. We can flavor our cars with pumpkin spice.
Like, why?
At this one car wash.
Would you? So I got to ask if Ninja would do that.
I would, because I love pumpkin spice. I get all into it, actually. But also at this car wash that's doing it, it's just $5 extra, but they give it to charity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like a fundraising thing.
Because I'm like, $5 to smell like pumpkin spice? No, thank you. But if they're giving it to charity and it's a way to raise some money for a good cause, then okay.
Yes.
Can I, here's the question. Can we donate and not smell like pumpkin spice?
I'm sure that's an option.
Okay.
Rob and Lizz in the morning.
On HISRadio.
Now that it's starting to get a little bit cooler, and goodness gracious, I wish it were a lot cooler.
Yes.
I want to be in the 60s, and that's going to help us with this new trend for women.
Oh, what is this trend?
So, well, you got to have your skinny scarves. You got to have the gloves that don't have the fingers in them. Which I like those.
Biker gloves?
Sort of, but they're kind of almost the crocheted type. Oh. But I like the ones that are fingerless, but they also have the little flap that goes over so that if it gets too cold, but then when you need to type or whatever, then you can take the little thing off.
Very handy.
Very handy. And Baker Boy hats, almost like a pageboy hat, I think is what that is. So this is called the frazzled English woman trend.
Oh.
So your hair doesn't even have to be really styled so much. Which, at the time that Ninja and I get up in the morning, that is awesome. If we can come in, roll straight up out of bed with our hair a mess, I'm okay with it.
That'd be helpful. I wouldn't need to put on my makeup in the morning.
Yeah, well, no, they didn't say anything about makeup.
Oh.
I think we still have to have our makeup on, but we can messy bun, that kind of thing, and so it's a lot of layering. Okay, and it's a lot cooler in England, but like a turtleneck, your skinny scarf, your little fingerless gloves, your little hat over your messy hair, and then an overcoat, and really sweatpants.
So that's the style now.
It seems to be a non-style, but sure.